These fragrances are so criminally underrated, it's unreal. Well, let's get into this. Welcome, you absolute legends. I am Bvlgari, I am Pete, I am back, and yes, like the intro said, we are talking about some criminally underrated fragrances that quite frankly need some attention, need some love, and some just basic admiration for the fact that they are so bloody good. These are all designers, there's no clowns, no cheap, things no cheapies, and there's no niche here, so this is all designers only. There's 10 in total. Now if you want to do a part 2 and maybe do some niche ones and maybe discontinue ones that I think are absolute underrated gems, let me know in the comments and I'll do a part 2 or maybe even part 3, depending on whether you guys wanted to talk about it. So this is in no particular order, I've just picked them up as random as you get. So we're going to start with this end, where we're all the way down to that end. So let's crack into this video. Alright, we're going to start off this list with one of the most underrated houses ever in the history of mankind. And it gets absolutely destroyed, and they keep pumping out fragrances, but for some reason that you don't love them. But this is the most underrated one from this house. This is the house of Davidoff. This is hot water. Now this is a vintage bottle with the black on the sides. This, the new ones have got clear sides, but this one is an absolute gem. It's still available. All of these are still available, so this is why I'm not putting them as discontinued ones. Otherwise I'll do it maybe as a separate video. But for now we're doing ones that you can get hold of now. My god, it's so nice. Almost like it's got a lavender touch. I don't think there's any lavender in here. We've got that beautifulness of paprika in it, patchouli, benzoin. Very spicy, very sexy. It's ridiculously good. Criminally underrated at this point. And honestly, you will stand out like a sore thumb with this fragrance. Now again, you don't have to buy a vintage bottle, because I'm not suggesting any of you do that. But I think you can basically get away with having the new version that's just as good as this one. So this is number 1. This is Davidoff Hot Water. Alright, the next one is a flanker that came out in 2010. As far as I'm aware, it's still in production. So if this is in a video in the future and you come to it in the future and it's been discontinued, I'm sorry, like any of these have been discontinued in the future, just beware. This from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. This is Davidoff Le Parfum. Now this one is gorgeous. Absolute stunning juice. God, but it's got lots of spice with pepper and anise, which gives it a real pop there. But it's also got some smoothness rounded with some vanillic notes, lavender, and a nice little bit of vetiver. It's a very classy, well put together fragrance. Again, not many people are talking about this fragrance. I don't know why. It's an amazing little number. I think criminally underrated at this point. You can dress this bad boy up, dress it down. You can wear it 3 out of 4 seasons. You can probably wear it for spring, autumn and fall. I think summer, probably not with the spiciness, but it smells absolutely intoxicating. And it's a compliment machine. Why has people forgotten about this fragrance? I don't know. Like I say, criminal underrated at this point. So this is an absolute gem. If you've got this in your collection, I think you've got an absolute belter. This is Yves Saint Laurent, Davidoff Le Parfum. Alright, the next house is again another house that gets absolutely crapped on. I don't know why. This came out in 2019, and again, this is another flanker which I just think is just gone off the radar for most people, and they don't realize how good this fragrance actually is. In the house of Hugo Boss, this is Boss Bold Absolute, and oh my good god, again, an absolute gem. It is fresh. It's got a little bit of sweetness. And it's got some cinnamon in here. It's got some apple in here. Plum. Bit of bergamot as well. Fresh. Classy. Smells beautiful. You can wear it anytime, any place, any way you like. Even in the summer, this will work for you. Absolute gem. It's still not like ridiculous. I think you can get 100ml for about 40 quid. It's a steal at this point. If you haven't heard of this one, try and sample this one. I think it's, like I say, it's still available. Like I say, it's only been 5 years since it's been made. I could smell this all day and I will never ever get bored of it. That's how good this fragrance is. I was just saying, and you can wear it from 18 to like 98. It doesn't matter what age group, this will always work for you. Again, unless your skin chemistry is really off, I don't know, but generally most people I've spoken to, this will work for them. It's an amazing little scent. So this is Hugo Boss Bold absolute. All right, we're going right back to the 2010s again, and literally on 2010. This was the spark for a whole load of flankers from this line. And to be honest with you, the original one just doesn't get any love anymore. And I don't know why. This one has a Bvlgari. This is Man. And they've got Man in Black, or Black Orient. I mean, you've had like all the new Essence ones. It's almost sparked from this one. This one is an absolute beaut. And apart from the atomizer being trash, which I hate the atomizer in this, it smells amazing. It's fresh. It's like lotus, violet leaf, cashmere, a little bit of white honey, and some tonka in it. Beautiful little number. You can absolutely wear this whenever you like. Still in production as far as I'm aware. But again, no one talks about this one. And it just drives me mad that people go, so yes, new releases are coming out thick and fast, and I get it. But sometimes go back to some nostalgic notes. Even like the original Boss Bold is amazing. And this one for me is just absolutely beautiful. Wear this where you want, dress this up, dress it down. It's an absolute gem. So from the house of Bvlgari, this is Man. Alright, the next one, we're going right back into the 90s. Because I love the 90s. 90s were awesome. And that was like my best stints of like a decade ever. Love the music, love everything about the 90s. Shame I can't bring it into the 2010s, but that's life. But this one I can bring to the 2024, and it still works to this day, and it's in production. And this is Carolina Herrera 212, the original one. Came out in 1999. I love the magnetic cap. Oh, there's not. Oh, that's so nice. But this one is all about, it's a little bit incensey, but it's also got some freshness up top. Orange bottles, cactus flower, and a little bit of bergamot, and it just works. I don't care when you want to wear this. I don't care. Like, you can put 5 or 6 sprays in this on, and I'm telling you, you're good to go. Still, at this point, so criminally underrated, and this spawned again a ton of flankers from this house, and they're still pulling out I think they're still doing the odd 1 or 2 on 2 bits now and then, but obviously they're focusing more on bad boy line. But this one, if you've got this, you know what I'm talking about. It just is an absolute crowd pleaser, like no one's business. So this is Carolina Herrera 212. All right, the last 5 we're going to talk about, and again, this is all different houses. I've tried to do it so nothing's like one house and there's like 5 from one house, because I'm not going to do that. But I'll give you a nice bit of variety. And this again another house that this one came from, and this is from 2019. This one I barely hear anyone talk about anymore, and again, I don't really get why not. This one, Ralph Lauren. This is gold blend. This is from the blue line, and oh, I will never get tired of it. It's slightly salty, but it's got ginger and lime, which gives it a nice punch off the top, which is absolutely fantastic. Again, you can wear this wherever you like. I do not care. But then it's got some cardamom, green apple, and a bit of incense. So it's a real nice mix. Again, it's youthful enough that the younger guys can pull it off. It's playful enough for the older guys, and it's got enough depth that the older guys will go, yeah, I can rock this. At this point, so criminally underrated. It's unbelievable. And so for me, like I said, you can wear this wherever you like. Any age can pull this off. And why aren't people talking about this one? God only knows, but this one's a real gem for me. This is Ralph Lauren Gold Blend EDP. Alright, we're doing this for the same here, different house, but the same result is coming up. And again, this is so... Oh, I have heard occasional bits about this one, but not as much as I'd like. This one, the house of Mercedes-Benz. This is Mercedes-Benz Select Night. This is just sex in a bottle. I'm not going to lie, it just smells absolutely ridiculous. Couldn't find the head there. Oh, God, that's so good. So lavender, cardamom, Gaiac wood, and some vanillic notes in here. This is just a compliment machine. I've only got a 50ml. I might even buy a backup of this because it's just, my God. This with Mercedes-Benz Club Black. are my two favourites from this house by a landslide. It's not even close. And you wear this on a night out, and you wear this, dress this up a bit, I think. You can get away with this one. And if you want like a bit more versatility, obviously you can go with this, some of the other ones I've just spotted, like the Ralph Lauren and this one are two of the ones you can really, but this one, you can make it smell extremely sexy. Dress up, be a bit flamboyant with this. That's what it's there for. It's kind of there going to accentuate all of you. A great little number, again, criminally underrated at this point. So this is Mercedes-Benz Select Night. Alright, we're into the last three now, and now this one has been discontinued. However, as I'm filming this right now, there are bottles here. So don't shoot the message and say, oh wait, it's discontinued. It is still available. So just, like I say, if it's in the future, you might not be able to get it. This one has Dolce & Gabbana. This came out in 2014, and my good God, I should have a pound for every time I've said how good this is. This is Dolce & Gabbana Intenso. This is just so good. There's got some very unusual notes in here, like hay, bran, but it's well known for the tobacco in this. The tobacco in here is absolutely beautiful. Not harsh. It's not ashy. It's just a real, I think almost like a pipe tobacco. Some sandalwood, some amber in here, and maybe some lavender as well. Just smells so intoxicating. It's criminal. Get this before it's gone, because I've got like I think 125 mil. I ain't gonna get through it. I'll be honest with you. I barely put about 5 mil out of this, so I'm not too worried about this one. It's an absolute gem. It's so good. Like, why they discontinued it, I don't know. But if you like a good, sweet, sexy tobacco fragrance, and you're trying to get into it for new time, this is definitely worth trying to find. First off, great little number. So this is Dolce & Gabbana Intenso. Alright, the last two I'm going to talk about. This one came out 6 years ago in 2018, and to me it is just such a good fragrance. From the house of Cartier, and this is Decoration Parfum. And as you can see, I've had a heck of a dent in mine. So it kind of shows you how much I use this one. But this one, it's just beautiful with a spice of cumin, cardamom, some beautiful vesper, makes it very gentlemanly, and there's a nice warmth of leather through it. Wear this in the fall and winter, smell like an absolute boss with this one. It's just so nice. Again, I'd preferably dress this up, maybe go out. If you're going for like a nice jazz club or going somewhere a bit posh, this is where this will absolutely do you like an absolute trooper. Amazing number. There's not many people who talk about this one. I think the only one I've heard about recently was Max Forte, but this for me, one of the best from this line from the house of Cartier. An amazing little number. So this is Cartier Decoration Parfum. Right, which leads me to the last house that I'm going to talk about at the moment. Now, like I say, if you want another part 2 and you want to talk about more underrated fragrances or even discontinued fragrances that I think are well worth looking for, let me know in the comments and I'll happily do that for you, because I've got a lot of discontinued fragrances. It's one of my things that I absolutely love. But number one, this is from the house of Tom Ford, and this came out last year, and I've barely heard anyone talk about this one. And it blows my mind on how good this is. It's very simple, but it works well. This is Bois Moracain from Tom Ford. And this, to me, is just... oh. It's just so simple. It's got some beautiful woods, pink pepper, and then there's some other one, there's cedar in it. It just smells such a masculine, well-put. It's like Burberry Hero on steroids. I think, like, there's got a lot of cedar in that one, but this one's more smoother, more rounded, and I think it just smells better. I'm not saying Burberry Hero is not a good fragrance, because I think it is. I think it's very good. I think the EDT is better for the boys, and the EDP more for the men. That's why I look at it. But this one, this is for the G's. This is for the people who want to step it up another notch from that. And that's what I like about this one so much. Underrated like no one's business. Like, quite a few Tom Fords have gone. But this one, I think, is really criminal underrated at this point. So this is Tom Ford Bois Moracain. Right, it's now time for my scent of the day. Alright, my scent of the day, and it's a classic at this point. I think it's Dior Homme 2020. This is an absolute real nice, fresh, slightly woodsy fragrance. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think people criminally underrate this one as well. More people are liking this one. It is a bit easy to go, but sometimes you just want to pick up a fragrance that you know is going to work for you, works great, and this is what does it for me. So always let me know in the comments what your scent of the day is, and this is mine. This is Dior Homme 2020. Right, so there you have it. Some of the most criminally underrated fragrances that I know of in my collection. As always, if you want a part 2, let me know in the comments, and if you want me to do a discontinued one, again, I'll have a look through my collection and see what I've got that I will say that's worth looking for and maybe picking up. As always, if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, hit me up in the comments. I will happily do it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It'll do me a favour, and honestly, I can just keep pumping out more content for you as long as I can keep going. So, as always, I'm on TikTok. I'm going to start posting there pretty much all the time next couple of weeks. I'm on Instagram as well. I'm posting there pretty regularly. And as always, you absolute legends. Smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.